what happened when Anita called security.
Right? If you Google my name on YouTube, you get shitheads like this dude.
You know, they're worried about something going on, and then she just said to the head of security, well, she's a public figure, she's attacking the audience.
Who are making these dumbass videos that just say the same shit over and over again.
And Anita is now the one abusing the audience.
That was the greatest thing we've ever done, ever. I don't care. That was the greatest fucking thing. I'm happy it was in real time, in real life. We didn't do anything, and it was the greatest thing we've ever done.
Best troll ever.
What is up, my triggers? Eccentrik Hat here. Today I'm teaming up with the white YouTuber to talk about some shit that went down in Anaheim recently.
How's it going, everyone? The white YouTuber here. I wanted to weigh in on this whole Anita Sarkeesian Sargon Vakad VidCon #GarbageHuman topic, even though it seems like it's been overdone, and yes, I know I'm being hypocritical by making a video on it. However, every time I see a video on this topic, it just seems so one-sided and biased. So throughout the video, and definitely at the end, I'm going to tell you the real reason on why this whole situation went down.
Late last week, Anita Sarkeesian was one of the guest speakers at a panel at VidCon. If you're having trouble remembering who Anita is, then you, my friend, are living the dream.
And if you want to know a little more about Anita, she has a bachelor's degree in communications and a master's degree in social and political thought, and that's something I'm also going to talk about later on in this video.
But for the rest of us, she's basically the human equivalent of that scene from The Shining where a shit ton of blood rushes out of an elevator. A horrible mess that has been committed to film for people on the internet to argue about. And only Danny Torrance can see her.
What? Who?
The panel was chaired by 5 women to talk about, I don't know, shoes or something. But the interesting thing is that the first 3 rows were filled with possibly the biggest array of shitlords to ever troll someone in real time. There was Sargon, Chris Raygun, Andy Warski, Based Mama, Allison and Mike from the Honey Badgers, and Computing Forever, just to name a few.
And could any of them predicted on what would happen next? Well, technically yes, they could have predicted it, but they had no idea that the situation was going to escalate the way it did. However, if you're going to tell me that none of them are happy on what we're going to show to you later on in this video, then I have some fucking land to sell you.
And none of this went unnoticed by the ever-evasive Miss Sarkeesian. She was furious that these monsters had the gall to come to her panel and listen to what she had to say, whilst disruptively not saying a word. Clever bastards. She knew she was being tested. She was inclined, of course, to take advantage of them sitting there in silence to lecture them on the proper treatment of women. But that's just what they would have been expecting. Probably. Instead, she did the smart thing, the only thing that would finally prove to the world how right she was and how they were in the wrong. She summoned all of her strength, grabbed the mic, pointed directly at Sargon from the stage and said,
If you Google my name on YouTube, you get shitheads like this dude who are making these dumbass videos that just say the same shit over and over again. And like, I hate to give you attention because you're a garbage human.
Well done, Anita. In about 5 seconds, you managed to undermine the idea that you are the helpless victim by attacking a member of the audience, a paying customer of VidCon, who had simply shown up to hear what you had to say so he could comment on it later.
Whoa, let's be fair though. What Sargon did was harassment. He actually talked shit about Anita online and then decides to pay for a ticket to watch her at VidCon? That's clearly harassment because we know when people go to baseball games, they're not allowed in if they talk shit about the players online.
It's a long drive back to Houston, a 2-bag.
In no way had he attempted to stop you from having your opinions heard. In no way had he protested your right to be on the panel. But you couldn't help yourself from proving once again what a massive hypocrite you are.
She also couldn't help herself from making a scene. And with this instance right here, I don't know whether it was her ego that took control or her genius. Because at the end of the day, Anita is a genius. She knows if she says despicable things, kind of like a shock jock, that her idiot followers will love her even more. However, her ego might be so fucking inflated that she just couldn't handle the fact that a lot of the seats in the front row were filled with people that she despises. And for a quick second, she decided to go,
You get shitheads like this dude who are making these dumbass videos.
But at the end of the day, this helped her just like it helped Sargon, something yet again I'm going to talk about more later on in the video.
You went to the UN, for God's sake, To whine about how people calling you a liar or saying you suck should count as real-world harassment and violence against women.
The day-to-day grind of you're a liar, you suck.
And yet you want sympathy? After calling someone a shithead and garbage human in front of dozens of people when he had paid to be there? Fuck you, Anita! Oh, and by the way,
If you Google my name on YouTube,
how the hell do you Google something on YouTube? I know you lied about understanding how computer games work, but I thought you at least understood how computers in general worked.
Denied.
Anyway, Sargon wasn't going to take that line down, and decided to take a leaf out of Anita's book and make a sad video about his feelings being hurt, because that's exactly what she would do.
Sarkeesian decided to use her position of institutional privilege as one of VidCon's featured creators to launch an unprovoked tirade of abuse after singling me out specifically to bully, culminating in her calling me a shithead and a garbage human.
She would milk this scenario for the rest of her undeath if the roles had been reversed, and so it behooves him to at least pretend name-calling bothers him in the slightest, just to see the look on her face. The Feminist Frequency herself also wrote a counter-article on her website to double down on why she should be allowed to attack members of the audience.
Which, by the way, is such a funny fucking thing, because think of it at a business point of view. How would it be good for your business if it was okay for the workers or the people performing at your place of business to openly berate the people that are clients or customers or consumers at your place of business? This is going to start affecting people's wallets, and once people's wallets get affected, that's when actual change and movement takes place.
Their presence was to intimidate me and put me on edge. This too is part of their strategy, gaslighting. Acting in a way intended to encourage me and other targets to doubt ourselves and wonder if all of this isn't just in our heads.
Listen, I can't get into Sargon's head, and I can't get into anyone else's head that was there with him that wanted to watch you at VidCon. I'm fully confident in saying that they wanted to go there to see what you had to say in a funny manner. They wanted to listen to the shit that spews out of your mouth. They obviously didn't want to harass you, but they were hoping for you to at least notice them, and guess what? You did notice them. You gave them exactly what they wanted deep down. In just a bit, we're going to show you how much Sargon paid off from this.
What? Their mere presence makes you doubt all of the shit you've been spewing for the past decade? Blah 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 misogyny, blah 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 sexism. Oh god. There he is! I don't know what's real anymore!
He makes over $5,000 a month on Patreon for creating YouTube videos that mock, insult, and discredit myself and other women online.
First off, that's not true. And secondly, at least he fucking finishes his videos.
There is simply no comparison between being occasionally mocked or insulted online as a male anti-feminist who occupies a position of power in an overwhelmingly sexist, patriarchal culture.
Too right. What was Sargon doing bothering to show up at your panel on Woman on the Internet when he could have easily been attending one of the many patriarchy panels on casual wife beating?
It's a deliberate act to create an environment that feels hostile, to communicate to us that if and when we dare to show up in public to express the ideas that we express online, the harassment will follow us into the physical world as well.
Oh, lessons learned, honey, because guess what? It wasn't harassment, and anyone that does think it's harassment has their head so far up your asshole that they can't even see straight.
To express the ideas that we express online, the harassment will follow us into the physical world as well.
Are you fucking serious? Anita, that is literally a word-for-word description of what you did to him. I get that you're a con artist who doesn't believe any of this shit, but you're making this too easy.
Shh, don't fill them in on her secrets yet.
In my opinion, Sargon and the other shitlords had every right to be there as honored guests, because the truth is, they're her biggest fans. Without their constant debunking of her ridiculous claims, she would have dwindled into obscurity long ago. So I think, dear sweet Anita, truly owes them a thank you for their tireless efforts to turn her into the world's most famous bullshitter.
Well, I want to get into the nitty-gritty of stuff that I brought up earlier in the video, and here's the thing. Sargon should also be thanking Anita. This turned out perfectly for him. This was possibly the greatest thing that could have ever happened to him when he went to VidCon and sat at her panel. Not only did it expose her to people that never heard of her, it also helped him get on the Joe Rogan show, and I don't know if you've noticed, but his channel has been upping in subscribers and views ever since VidCon. Sargon made out like a banshee in this situation. He couldn't be happier. He was smiling ear to fucking ear when she was berating him on stage. And after all this, he's gonna get more money, he's gonna get more viewers, and he's gonna get more subscribers. And I'm not saying that's all that he cares about, but I'm saying it's gonna help out him and his channel, and guess what? He's earned it because he has a great channel. I don't agree with him 100% of the time. I disagree with him a good amount of times, which is normal because it's impossible to agree with someone 100% of the time, especially when they're very opinionated. However, the man makes great content, and I'm happy that that content is going to be viewed by more people now. And when it comes to Anita, listen, the girl's a genius. She's out there for the fame and money, and guess what? She's getting it, because you notice that even with this dumb, outrageous thing, VidCon is trying to say, oh, she didn't do anything wrong, and her fans are backing her up as if Sargon did something completely out of line. The girl went to college for communications, then she went to college for political and social thought. She uses her communications to transfer her political and social thought to your head to make you manipulated enough to go,
Wow, she's right. This is harassment. This is wrong what men do. She's so ahead of the curve. I have to listen to her more.
this chick knows exactly what she's fucking doing, and it makes her more money and it gives her more fame day by fucking day. So in the end, Sargon wins. In the end, Anita wins. And guess what? I fucking lose, because I had to watch your shitty e-Hollywood news stories about this situation, just like I had to watch your dumbass fucking videos about Lacey Green fucking Chris Ray Gun. But guess what? I'm a hypocrite because I made this video and now I'm part of the circus as well.
I would like to thank the white YouTuber for doing this video with me. His channel's really interesting and he doesn't put up with feminist idiots lightly.
Hey man, thanks so much for the video as well. And guess what? I'm an idiot who responds to idiotic things I see. That's pretty much what I am, and that's pretty much what I'll ever be. But Eccentrik Hat, thanks so much for this video, man. It was really cool making it with you. And dude, I love your whole fucking setup you got there. So hey guys, the link to his channel will be in the description below, as well as little icons right here on the video. If you liked what you see, why not check out his channel? And if you like his stuff, give him a subscribe because he'd really appreciate it. So thanks so much everyone for watching. This is it. I'm out. That's right. Later, bye. White YouTuber out.